So this is big. We got Ken Ham, the commander of the SCS-132 crew.
Very good, man.
And my buddy Mike Good, sitting right next to him. What do you guys have, like a nickname or something for this crew? Or you guys like the? Do you have anything? What's been going on around here?
Nicknames. The first one I think we had was the Lollygaggers.
The Lollygaggers.
We were the Lollygaggers.
Yeah.
There's some other ones that we probably can't reveal to the public.
We can edit this. It's okay. We can always edit it out.
I'm not sure I can trust your editing skills.
Catch me up.
We're carrying up a Russian module, which is very interesting.
Yes.
It's most interesting because it attaches to space station in a completely different way that we haven't done before in this business. Typically when we attach modules, as you know, we kind of come up with a CBM or what does CBM stand for again?
Common berthing mechanism.
Which is the big ring.
Yep. And you get attached stuff. That's the way the whole thing's put together, isn't it?
That's right. So all the modules come together with that.
Yep.
However, this is mating to berthing to the Russian side of the space station. So it has a completely different mechanism. And it uses the same mechanism that's still used in progress use.
All right.
Which is
Russian spaceships.
Exactly. The Russian visiting vehicles bring cargo and people back and forth to the space station. So this docking mechanism is meant for a free flyer, which has a little sort of a probe mechanism. And then a receptacle on space station, which is kind of looks like a big old funnel. And you fly this probe into the funnel, and it gets guided down into the bottom, and it latches in there, and then it's attracted in and makes a hard mating circle there. The difference is, in our case, we do this robotically. So we're using the station big arm to take this big old module, which weighs about 8 tons, almost 18,000 pounds. And basically do the same thing that you would do with a free flyer. You take this module and ram it into the funnel and hopefully get those latches to catch.
Okay, and that's the first time that's been done, I bet you, huh?
I believe that is the first time.
First time. Very cool. So you guys are going to get to do that. And you're carrying this thing up in your payload bay?
That's correct.
All right.
That's in the
what do you call this thing? What's the name of it?
It's technically called the Mini Research Module number 1.
All right.
However, it now has a Russian name. Rusviet.
Which means?
Dawn.
That's very nice. Like the dawn, like the sunrise?
Exactly. That's right.
That's very nice.
Very good.
All right, very good.
So we actually tied that into the little description on our logo here.
Wow.
Which is, it means two things here. It kind of looks like the space shuttle flying off into the sunset because it is kind of marking the end of the space shuttle.
It's the last flight of Atlantis.
The last flight of Space Shuttle Atlantis. That's it.
As of right now, it's scheduled to be the last flight of Atlantis, which is a big deal for everything. But also, it kind of looks like dawn. So you have the whole rust.
Oh, like it's a.
So our poet laureate, Gary, on the crew, who developed the patch and the words that go on the back, tied it all together.
So one of the things we got to do was go over to Russia to see it. So we went over to and had a little Russia visit. We went over to Energia in Moscow. And we got to go inside. This.
And Energia is their aerospace company. Is that what that is?
Okay. We actually got to climb inside of it, check it out, climb around the outside of it, and now it's since been shipped to Florida. So it's in Florida, ready to go, or getting ready to go, and we'll pack that in our payload bay, take it up with us, and then as Ken described, robotically connected up to the rest of the station. But the neat thing about it was being able to go over to Russia.
Oh, that is so cool.
And so we did that trip as a crew, and that was a good time.
You guys get to look around a little bit?
Yeah, right.
Moscow and all?
For me, it was the first time I was ever in Russia.
Have you been into? I've never been there.
My first trip to Russia is so it was a fantastic adventure, so to say. It was an extremely valuable experience to go actually see this hardware and understand how it worked. The Russians were over the top accommodating, and the amount of training they supplied us on how their module works, to the point where they had an EVA, a simulated EVA guy, but an actual person inside one of their Orlan suits showing us, pressurized, showing us how to take the bolts off of systems we might have to do, which is pretty neat.
So you have contingency spacewalks? Is that what you're describing?
In the event that this probe on the end of the module can't retract, we could be in a situation where we can't put this module back into the payload to bring it home. So in that case, we have to go outside EVA and remove this whole mechanism off the end of it. So it's very, very, very unlikely, but of course we have to train for it.
You know, it was one of the cool things about both you guys are military guys. Correct. Ken, you're a Navy guy. Mike, of course, an Air Force guy. And you know, I'm a civilian, but what I found interesting was, you know, the way the space program has kind of led to friendship between our countries, because probably when you guys first started in your military careers, we weren't exchanging too much information with the Russians, right? I mean, and now it's, you know, I think it's a great sign of what the space program has helped with, and that's international relations, because now we're working together with those guys hand in hand here. You know, you're going over there, you're getting to see stuff that, you know, years ago you would never gotten a chance to see.
Right, and for both Mike and I were both aviators. Yeah. In our early days in the military, we were quite literally trained and capable of delivering nuclear weapons to the old Soviet Union.
Right.
And that took up a lot of our time in the military. And then here we are 6 months ago, standing in Red Square, enjoying their culture like regular old tourists.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really surreal.
Did that hit you? Did you guys think about that when it was going on?
It really hit me as we were landing. So we're on this commercial airplane flying over to Moscow, and we're landing in Moscow. We break out through the clouds, and I see the ground over there for the first time, and I thought to myself, you know, this is a little different than I trained for, you know, back in my old Air Force days. Of, you know, that was a target for us.
Yeah.
So you're right. It's nice to have, you know, gotten to this point and to be working with them on something like this.
Much better situation. All right. Well, I know you guys are busy. Appreciate you letting me talk with you.
You can hang around, because all we're doing today is, well, everybody's outside doing an EVA right now, or a simulation.
Yep. So, pretending, of course.
That's right.
No one's really outside. You're not in space right now. But,
correct.
Right.
Yeah. Our EVA guys are on the other side of the
yeah.
Look, Mike, watch.
That won't happen in space. All right, so you got your big sim going here. We'll go see what those other guys are doing.
Yep.
All right, man.
And
thanks.
Don't forget to say hi to Tony upstairs. He's
Tony's
our IT guy.
Is Piers up there too?
No, Piers is over driving the big arm.
All right, we'll go say hi to Tony. We'll surprise him.
Right.
Thanks. You're the king.
You need a carrot?
What do you got?
I got carrots.
Yeah.
And wheat thins.
Sorry, 3 Bravo stuck. I mean 3 Alpha. Sorry, 3 Alpha stuck.
Okay, 3 Alpha, I copy. And I've got glove inspection. And then, Steve, you understand why we can't break the torque on the dish, right? So you've been following this whole conversation?
Yeah, they want to be able to bring it home, and as soon as I put turns on there, it can't.
Okay, yeah, as long as it makes sense to you. So I got glove inspection, then I guess if you want to get in position to do the dish, we can push the rope and hope Garrett's suit is good.
What's going on?
Nobody panic.
There's alarms going on up there, up there.
We lost a bus.
Mike, what's going on up there?
I have no idea. I'm eating scrambled eggs.
What do you got?
This is very exciting.
Is that what you got, scrambled eggs?
Yeah.
They any good?
Yeah, I love them. I love these things.
You eating a lot of space food today?
I'm going to try it.
What's your favorite?
Right now?
Yeah.
Scrambled
eggs.
Because it's warm.
Yeah.
It tastes pretty good, actually.
Did you have breakfast this morning? Because already it's like lunchtime.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
We started right away. We were trying to get these guys dressed and out the door for the spacewalks. So this is the first time I've had to eat. So I had some coffee earlier, but now I'm having my breakfast.
Oh, you're busy.
I got to hurry up and eat my breakfast so I can have my lunch. I don't want to have lunch before breakfast.
Yes. Do them in order, but it can all be at the same time.
Yeah, isn't that what you tell me?
That's what you, because you're so busy, you don't have time to get your meal going in earlier.
I mean, you were one of the great eaters in space.
I ate a lot. Yes, I actually gained weight in space. I eat pretty well on the ground too, though. It's like,
But it takes practice.
It does. It's not for everybody. People go, I'm going to eat a lot, and then they get a stomach ache and it's no good. It's not for everybody.
Right.
Yeah, you need to build up to that. Yeah. All right. Well, you're doing well there with the eggs. Thanks, Mike.